Hey guys, it's Venus, and as you know, if you follow my Instagram page, I've been inpatient for 1.5 months for a mood disorder and alcoholism, very severe alcoholism. And I've put up a Q&A on Instagram, Venus_angelic, and ask you guys what you want to know about my stay in Japan and the treatment and if I got better and all that kind of stuff. So I got a notepad, noted it all down, and I say, let's start. First of all, the question is fees. It costs money, and it costs a lot of money, even if you have an insurance. So yeah, that's might scare some people off of seeking treatment, but you can choose to take out a loan, or you can choose to pay in brackets, so you don't have to empty your wallet at once. So someone asked if it's free, and no, it's not free. There were any scary moments. Someone asked me if there were any scary moments, and I would say scary, rather surreal, uncomfortable, slightly. Like I was already some days, I didn't really feel great, and some days, and then I don't know how to explain this to you guys, because everybody's mental health issues are different, but sometimes my mind just doesn't, like, it stops working and it just feels blank and I feel like a zombie, and everything's like hopeless. I think it's called dissociation. And then some people start doing crazy shit, like I swear, I'm sorry. They go, like, I go outside on a walk and they're just like screaming at nobody. That guy was later taken back to the hospital and got a injection in his butt that made him fall asleep for 2 days. I know that because I became friends pretty easily with everyone. There was one girl who had I don't know much about her. I haven't talked to her a lot, but I know she was on meth. Meth is very popular in Japan. A lot of people would be surprised to know that. But yeah, she was on meth, and I don't know if she had any other disorder, but there were times where she was like banging on the door, or screaming, over and over and over and over again for like 2 hours, or I'm gonna get killed, and like being like alone in my room, quiet, and listening to people shouting, screaming, slamming, smashing things, made me sad, and it felt uncomfortable, and I just tried to sleep as much as possible, because they said the best treatment for me is just really sleeping when something feels rough. And I'm not trying to blame these people, because the stories, they're really sad. Meth is quite expensive. I don't know how expensive, but illegal street drugs are expensive. So I asked the girls, so how did you get that? What kind of job did you do to earn so much money to get so much meth? And they said, by having sex with other guys. And one girl was clearly mentally challenged, and she was basically used for sex and then given meth as like reward or whatever it's called. Anyway, it's really fucked up. That, like, even talking about that, that's, my heart sinks like stone, like scary. How was the support team? Next one is, how was the support team? It was great, really. Whenever you had a problem, you could go to the nurse station. They would give you, they would monitor your, like, blood contents. I don't know these medical words. Yeah, by your blood, and then tell you how the medication interacts with you and adjust the medication for you. I personally, my support team was my doctor. I had a special doctor who was only there for me, and he came in like 4 times a week to talk with me, 30 minutes to an hour. And then I had a head nurse who was always there for me, and a social worker. So that, including me, that's a team of 4, and kind of 5, because my fiancé also came to visit me and asked me and my doctor, my social worker and nurse about how things are going, and explained them a little bit my behavior so that they can understand me better. So yeah, I had a great support team at the facility and also outside a fiancé. And luckily I'm reconnecting with my family from Hungary, because I'm half Hungarian, half Swiss, not American, like a lot of people think. And next we come to a topic which I noted down here is nationality. Did they treat you different because you were not a Japanese person? Absolutely not. Like, I was given the same kind, supportive treatment as everyone else. And if a word was, like, a medical word was hard to express or explain to me in Japanese, they just explained it to me in English, because the doctors there can't speak English. And I think that's what a lot of people don't know, but most doctors can speak English. And to do seeking treatment in Japan, I'll get to that topic. I think it's at the bottom of this list. I didn't do it like, I didn't prioritize things. I just jotted them down in the order they came in. I've got so many questions. Yeah, how is the staff? The staff is kind, polite. They treat you like they don't treat you like you junkie, you whatever, lazy bum, or not like that, but like, well, you've had it tough, you've had a tough time, and you need to rest now, and we're here to support you and your needs. And whenever I go to the staff station, the nurse station, and I always said, hey, I'm feeling like this, I feel like that. First of all, they said, it's so great that you came to the staff station, that's so important. Always tell us what always tell us what you feel like, and always tell us when, like, you're about to crack or want to do something stupid. Yeah, so the staff, sorry, my accent is very caring, and which coincidentally connects to the next topic. Is the stigma real, and why do people think that Japan has poor mental health care? I don't actually know why. I think it could be that people think that Japan has bad mental health care because of the high suicide rates, but I'm really not sure if, like, because in recent years you've seen menhera culture, like expressing menhera, this is short for mental health in Japanese, in an artistic way, and I think has become more of a non-taboo topic to talk about. So I think that when people say that Japan has bad mental health care, I wouldn't say that. I would say if you encounter a hospital in Japan and it doesn't go that well, it just might be that the hospital and you don't click very well, which happened with me once. I can tell you about that story, where I wasn't in very good hands, because it was more like for a little bit, for people who are a little bit stressed out and they need to take some antidepressants and some quiet time, and I don't know, go to a gym and just have some quiet time for themselves, kind of like a luxury mental health hospital for exhausted people, not full-blown I don't know, not the loonies, not exactly a loony bin. It was a private one, and I sneaked alcohol in there, and no one noticed, and I wanted to get out as fast as I could, so I was putting up a front, like, ooh, everything's fine, and then they were like, yeah, there you go, you're out now, and then they prescribed me a bunch of medications, which ultimately led me into having an even worse depression than I had before. So it wasn't I feel like the state of my mental health and what the hospital could provide didn't really click. So it was not the hospital's fault, but it was not a good marriage, as I would point it out. So yeah, now a lot of people are wondering how to get admitted. This is the next topic. How to get admitted to a Japanese hospital in Japan as a foreigner. And I think this is very important for everyone to know, and I wish I could somehow make this information available for more people. But listen, if you want to get admitted to a Japanese hospital with a certain, I don't know what you have, but first step, call your local call your local city ward, and if you can't speak Japanese or only broken Japanese, say Nihongo wakarimasen. Translator, please. Just these two words. Say these two words, and then they connect you with a translator, and then you can say that you're in really, you know, bad situation and you need help and how you can get there, and they may connect you with a social worker or with another staff, and look for a psychiatric hospital that would be good for you. So it starts at the city ward, and they will connect you to a good hospital. In my case, it wasn't like that. I first wanted to kill myself, and then I cut my throat, and then I was like, oh no, what have I done? And I texted my boyfriend, I don't know what to do. I cut my throat. I'm everywhere's blood. I don't know what to do. And he called the emergency for me, and you don't want to get into that situation because the police will show up, the emergency will show up too, of course, but the police will show up too. So you will have to spend the night at this police station, and that's not a fun place to stay in when you're in pain, and that you're also treated differently. Like you get set in super safe locations, so don't try to injure yourself just so you can get into a hospital. That won't work. Go to the city ward. Say, if you can't speak English, 日本語わかりません, and take the safe route, the safe journey. And yeah, now the big question is, did it help? Yes, because I am now out since 2 weeks, and I live a pretty balanced, how you spell that? Balanced balanced life. Not really doing any crazy stuff, not craving alcohol. I didn't only go to the hospital, I didn't only do the program at the hospital. It's called, and it's supposed to be anonymous, but wherever, it's a 12-step program, and I do a pretty Alcoholics Anonymous, pretty hardcore, so I kind of did a double whammy on that. So I don't have cravings for alcohol. And a lot of questions after that question was also asked, how was the food there? So many food questions. Since you're not allowed to take pictures inside the facility, I think I only have one food picture that got lost somewhere, but basically it's always soup, rice, then a main dish, and a dessert, and tea. And the food, if you love natural flavors, if you love healthy food, then you're gonna be super happy there, because it's just traditional Japanese food and it tastes very good. Yeah, I like hospital food, actually. Yeah, I would let them cook for me daily. Yeah, but yeah, the food was great. I liked it. And you can get, like, there's pasta sometimes too, not only Japanese food. There's sometimes pasta, there's omurice, there's lots of, like, steamed dishes, because steamed is healthier than fried. But sometimes you also get a little bit of junk food in there for a change, so it's very so, you know, it's mostly traditional Japanese food with a little bit of, you know, tiny surprises in it. Very good variation, I would say. And you could also go to the convenience store at the lowest floor and buy some snacks if you have a sweet tooth. And yeah, if your doctor thinks you're snacking too much, he will tell you that too. But I snacked a lot, and I was never told to like not snack too much. But I don't know, I was actually encouraged to snack because alcohol has a lot of sugar in it, and once you quit alcohol, your body doesn't have that sugar anymore and it craves it. So it's actually good to eat sweet things at the beginning to help with cravings and kind of not getting dizzy and all that stuff. Yeah. And yeah, other interesting questions we're getting to the end are dreams, what substantial, and what else? Yeah, how to get discharged. Yeah, so yeah, now we have maybe 5 topics left. If I had any strange dreams, no, but I kind of started lucid dreaming more. I don't know. I didn't really have dreams. I don't remember them. No, sorry, can't answer that one. What substance was the most popular one in the addiction ward? Meth and over-the-counter drugs. Over-the-counter drugs, we're talking cough medicine. Yes, cough medicine was very popular. And meth. And in fact, I was the only, and I'm talking girls my age. There was no other girl my age who was an alcoholic. It's usually men. There's a man ward, and a lot more men were there than women. And we had meetings there, and in the alcoholic meetings and programs, it were mostly men, around 40 to 60. So I felt kind of out of place in my addiction, being a 25-year-old alcoholic. But yeah, it doesn't really escalate that fast for people either. Yeah, you don't really become a full-blown alcoholic at 25. But yeah, life's funny. So the last couple of questions are, what was most helpful in the program? Definitely being able to go to the nurse station and talk to them. Talking helped a lot. They gave me ideas on how to cope with my emotions, what to do when I feel a certain way, or which medication to take when I feel like, or what it is that I'm feeling. Just talking to the nurse station was very helpful. The meetings with my doctors and visits from friends and family, that was very helpful. And yeah, then the next one is people ask me how I was adjusting to outside life, and at first I was like, whoa, I can do this, like it's so overwhelming. But I went home, I slept like one day, got up, and was like back to normal again. I guess I'm just good at adjusting really fast. Then the last 3 questions are pretty random, so I'll just go shoot them real quick because the video is already 25 minutes long. Can you choose your own meals? No, you can't. You can only say if you have an allergy or not, but you can't choose your own meals. And what determines getting discharged early? The doctor just, I don't know what kind of doctor stuff they do, but apparently the nurses and the doctor, they watch you and then they decide, we don't really see any need for you to stay any longer. If you wish, you can go now. And but you have to realize that this is a disease you will have to be working on for your whole life. So if ever needed, you can come back, kind of like that. And a lot of messages were also about needing treatment in Japan. And I urge you, if you need treatment, go call the city hall if you need to get inpatient. And if you're on a substance and you're dependent on it, like quitting cold turkey is very dangerous. Tell them exactly what is happening and like each detail so that they can properly help you. And yeah, for those that need treatment and are in Japan or anywhere else, I'm praying for you. I wish you the best. And yeah, this is not a comeback video, but rather an update video and a way to stay in touch with you guys. My actual comeback will be November 1st. 111. Yay. Alright, bye bye boo. You know how much I love you guys.